Welcome back everyone to the Complete Pineleaf. I am here at Eadmar's camp, where Eadmar and I are wondering what is the root of the Oathbreakers that are populating the area.
Will you aid the Rohirrim?
I think I have a plan, Pineleaf. You have been a great aid to us so far, and you should be the one to take up this charge. They must have a leader, nestled deep within their forces. Judging by the size of their force, I would guess that he lurks among the spirits of his men to the west. Here, take this, a symbol of my people. Hopefully, he can recall the battle and remember that the horsemen of the north once saved his people from certain defeat. Find out what he knows of the curse and why his men have returned if you can. I can only hope he has more to say than the others. Well, I'll try, but I can't promise you anything. Alright, back this way, say to the west. Well, I did see a strange tree there. Maybe it's near that tree. Right? Yeah, let's head right for this tree and maybe at least have a clue as to what's going on. Yep, alright. Looks promising, right? Ooh, somebody dropped their backpack. Alright, now let's continue. Yeah, that's what I thought. There's something marking on this tree. A skull impaled and pinned on a nearby tree? Ugh. Apparently the Oathbreakers don't like that I am looking at their tree with a skull on it. Alright, what about you? Alright, now, let's have a look at this. As the jaw of the skull crumbles, a ghostly figure appears nearby. Oh, hello there! Why have you come, outsider? Do you too seek to pilfer the lost riches of the field, or are you just here to revel in my anguish? Well, actually, I'm here to fight the ones who pillaged the field, and if I could find a way to help you to be at rest, I would gladly help you. Well, whatever. Any conflict between you and me is without cause. If you strike me down, I shall always return until I atone for my actions. If I strike you down, your journey ends. Nothing is accomplished for either of us should this turn to violence. Know this, I seek redemption. For it was my actions that brought this terrible curse upon us, and my actions that betrayed my lord Kirion in his time of need. I see that sigil that you hold, and I know the men who have sent you. You may learn of my curse in time, but first, there are enemies among us that need to be dealt with. Alright, well, that's at least something. I mean, he's giving us quests instead of attacking us. That's a good sign, isn't it? Hmm. Alright, I suppose that. Hold it. A piece of armor? That's an upgrade? Not an obvious upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless. I guess I'll take it. Now, what's next? The fate that befell me and my men is more frightful than any the living can imagine. The decision I made that day long past will haunt me for however long I remain in this realm. I can no longer control my men. That much is clear to me. Our once strong force is broken, most of them driven mad by the passing of the years, while others still foolishly revel in the riches that cursed us. To the south, brutish men have gathered and seek to pilfer the relics of this land. It disgusts me that they have remained mostly beneath the notice of your allies. Return to whomever sent you here and alert them of their foolishness. Right. So you want me to tell Ingmar that we need to deal with the brigands. That actually makes a little bit of sense for a change. Before you go, though, I have one more thing to ask you. I have sent you to request the aid of the Horse Lords. Should they fail to move against these invaders, I demand that you take action in their stead. Defeat the brigands. Yes, sir! I spoke with the leader of the Oathbreakers, and he says A, they're out of control, and B, he says if you want his help in taking care of this, we must deal with the local brigands.
Our mission is dire.
So, he's aware of the brigands to the south. Interesting. We know them, but our attempts to root them out have been fruitless as of yet. Perhaps it is time for us to take action. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'm sure that this is not the last of our dealings with Doron and his men. So, what do you need me to do?
Our success depends upon our strength.
I
Will you aid us?
believe it is time that we dealt with these brigands. They have been plaguing us for some time now, and recently they have amassed a sizable force. Turmoil within Stangard has prevented us from launching a proper assault on their camps, but you may be able to aid us in this regard. Well, you might be able to send help from Stangard. I've helped them with their turmoil. They're a bit stronger in their leadership now, but they lost a few men, so they may be short-handed, and they need to recover. Well then, we know that they have been stealing a large number of relics from Ost-Celebrant and bringing them to the camp south of here. I wager the Oathbreakers have startled the brigands even more than they have us. There can be no better time to press the attack. I will send word to Stangard to gather more support. As for you, fight your way into the encampment and retrieve relics. Gotcha. Anything else? No. But this guy has a quest for me. What do you need me to do?
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
If you have a moment, I would like a word with you, Pineleaf. For my part, I have seen several brigands traveling by horse between Rushscore and Parth Celebrant. We cannot allow them to rally with any other forces they have outside of the field. Return to their camp to the southwest and frighten their horses. With enough luck, we will trap them on the field and they'll have little trouble rounding up the stragglers. Alright, fine. Frighten away their horses. And I haven't even been to their camp yet, but being able to take care of such a quest on the first attempt is great. It looks like I found the camp, and I found a brigand. Though I suspect most of them I'm seeking are going to be on the inside, not here on the outside. So let's deal with those. This looks like an entrance. Either that or they have two areas here, and well, there's a horse. Ooh. And there's a brigand guarding it. See if I can scare away the horse. I have explored another division of the Great River. Well, that's good to hear. Hey, away, away, away! Yes, that where. And the Rohirrim will find him, and the Rohirrim know how to treat horses well, right? Yeah. There you go. Now, let's see what we have. This way or this way? Let's go this way. Ooh, a tent. All this for one archer? Good grief. Oh, hold on. Where'd you come from? A relic thief. Looks more like a sneak thief to me if he got by my eyes, right? Well then. I was told to kill 4 of you anyway. I hear another one nearby. Ho 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 ho! They are sneaky. All right, one got by me, but not both of you. So no wonder they needed such a large tent. Oh, and I got some relics. I've chased off those horses.
What brings you to these lands?
Good. I will send word to Stangar to see if we cannot track a few of them down. Our stables have been very busy lately. I am certain the brigands are realizing their folly by now. All right. Hello there. I've managed to take care of those brigands. And I also found those items for you.
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
Well done, Pineleaf. While I'm certain that more relics are still missing, I'm overjoyed that we have these back in our hands. The history of Rohan is rich, and it is worth preserving. I will have these sent to Stangard. Thank you. And also, I've taken care of some brigands.
Our mission is dire.
It goes without saying, but thank you for ridding us of those brigands. It was most unusual that an Oathbreaker will ask you to take action against anyone, much less someone deserving our ire. Our work is not yet finished, though. We must make this field clear of those thieving rustabouts. Well, there is that. So how are we going to do that?
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
Yes, you've aided us well. Only one task remains. We must break the leadership of the brigands. My men have heard talk of a brutal man named Lanfirth, who dwells deep within the Oathbreakers. He leads the brigands on raids into Ostcelebrand and is notorious for making certain that he gets his cut of the loot by any means necessary. We have heard whispers from his men recently that he has become very queer and often will no longer personally venture into Ostcelebrand. We have no idea why. Journey to Hordfjord and defeat him. Without his leadership, the brigands will not find riches in Parthcelebrand. Go, and if he has anything of any value, yes, return that to us also. Right, find the captain of the brigands and deal with him. Oh, he has more for me to do also. All right.
The Rohirrim have need of your services.
Yes, I have one last task for you, Pineleaf. Even with the assault we have levied against these men, they remain entrenched, and we cannot drive them out completely. Perhaps, if their torches were used against them, we will be able to run them off our land for good. Travel south to their camp and burn them out. Yeah, I did see several tents there and some firewood and some stores, so I guess we could take care of those and burn them out. We're going to need to burn down that tent, which means I'm going to first have to find a torch that would be useful for that task. And I presume there is going to be a brand of some sort up there. You know, if I don't find a torch, I might find something that can be used there. After all, it's a big pile of fire. Any stick that's not about to burn itself out. Yeah, look at this. A torch nice and ready to be used on their tent. There you go. Well, yeah. Well, that's a disappointingly small tent to burn down. Yeah. Now, what else do I need to burn down? This looks like a place with some provisions. Maybe I can deal with some of the food that they have stored away. Yeah. First, let's clear this out. Then we can grab one of these torches and create a nice little celebratory bonfire. Not getting away to warn the others. No. Ah, look at that. Actually, now I think of it, maybe I should have grabbed some of the food first. I could use a few more provisions. What these guys need is not just a small campfire, but a nice large bonfire. Look at this. Do you think that'll make a nice, good bonfire? I mean, they've gone through all the trouble to season that wood and all. Well, I'll need to grab a torch, it looks like. How about getting one from here? This one seems to be all nice and ready for another charge here. And let's see, where was... Oh, did I get lost? Oh, here it is. Oh, how nice and wonderful. This looks like the leader's tent. I just need to get by here, deal with the leaders, and I can burn down his tent. Oh, hello! Apparently he has some secret guards in there also. Well, I can deal with them, right? Let's see. Nobody's home. Hey, what are you doing sneaking around in my tent? Oh, hi there. Hey, give me a moment and I'll explain. I have some pointed remarks for you. Yeah. Now, I was hoping to do this indoors, not outdoors, but alright. I guess we could live with that. If you only knew the forces that rise against you. Yeah. By the way, I've already dealt with your friends in the Brownlands, so don't think that you're getting away with all that much. All right, just for good measure. Yeah. Okay. Now let's get out of here. Were you able to see the smoke from here?
What business have you with the Rohirrim?
It's done! Excellent! With so much of their camp burned to the ground, it should be very difficult for them to recover. You have done my people a great service on this day. Right. And what about you?
What brings you to these lands?
So, Lanfrath is no more. Good. These brigands should not be thrust into chaos without his leadership, as vicious as it was. Did you find anything of value among his keepings? Well, that's a good question. Oh, is this also an upgrade, maybe? Perhaps? On a Tuesday? Or, not really. Maybe I should get something with these tokens. I've dealt with all of those brigands. This symbol fills me with dread and invokes in me the feeling I have not felt since the day my men and I became cursed. I failed Gondor at Ost-Celebrant, the large fortress to the south, and condemned myself and my men to this unnatural existence. You must be told what happened, else you will never understand my fate. What did happen to Doron? What was his fate and why? Perhaps we'll learn this in the next episode of The Complete Pineleaf.